No need to adjust your display. These are Les Pauls in colors that you haven't seen before, maybe at all, or for a long time. Today we're going to be talking about Gibson's new custom color series, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Kipper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas, and you can find us on the webs at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, we are so glad you found us. Subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store linked in the description below for custom swag. Check out our podcast. It's called the Fretboard Confessional. And send us money and food and other nom-noms. We like that stuff. That's kind of a joke. But someone actually did, and we really enjoyed it. Josh really enjoyed his barbecue, Paul, and we really enjoyed our barbecue. So, actually, I had fried chicken and barbecue because you can do that at Bill Miller's in San Antonio. It's a magical place.
Done right there. That's the good stuff.
Speaking of, I don't know how this kind of relates to barbecue. We've got some new colored Les Pauls, 50s and 60s from Gibson.
Yeah, you'll notice that these don't really look like new colors. These look pretty classic, you know?
Maybe we ordered classic colors.
Yeah. Somewhere out there, there's a man who said, I love that 50s Les Paul, man. I love that guitar. I just wish that they had a fuchsia one. And
you
Gibson
do you, man.
abides.
Gibson abides.
So
the dude abides, man.
The dude abides. Yeah, there are certain colors that I love on a Les Paul. Black and white and red.
That's classic. Yeah. You know, your bursts, all of your various bursts.
I love a good burst. Bourbon.
Yeah.
Iced tea.
A nice amber color.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Some good unburst even.
Yeah.
I love an unburst. I have never once wanted a fuchsia Les Paul or teal or Inverness green.
Inverness green, the Scotsman in me goes, thank you for calling out Inverness, but I don't know where that green came from. But hey, somebody probably loves it. Much like I like the Irish pub green Jazzmaster we had. Irish pub green. And other people were like, I hate that. Like, it's cool.
Here's the thing.
You can like what you like.
You look back at, say, 60s Fender colors. They were all over the place.
Yes.
A lot of fun stuff. A lot of fiestas going on.
It is a
We got fiestas. We got reds and blues and all kinds of fun stuff. I don't associate certain colors with the 50s or 60s from Gibson, but you have that option now, and we selected the ones that we really liked, but that's not to say if you really need a fuchsia one, we can't get it for you. We can do it.
I would say that on this spectrum, how you like that, of colors that Gibson's offering, there are some that are non-traditional that I still kind of go, yeah, it's kind of cool, like there's a blue, right? Like a blue burst with a flame top, I can dig it. Fuchsia's, it's an interesting choice, you know. But here's what they're doing. So this is a 50s. There's a number of options. This is not black. The one I'm holding is oxblood. That's right. The same color of Doc Martens I had back in the 90s. I dig it. It's actually kind of interesting. In different light, it looks different. It is a flame top and it is a transparent finish, but it's got such a rich, dark, blood red color to it that you can't really tell.
I think that was sweet.
It's really cool.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I went downstairs. We got a bunch of the colors in. We were going to do the video today. I was like, I need a 60s and a 50s, and I need to see, you know, the two that I think will be my favorite. So I got oxblood in the 50s, and I got ebony in the kind of plain top. This is not, you know, transparent.
We got ivory too, just not with us. So we have ebony and ivory.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
So they call it classic white.
Oxblood, and I got the ebony, and I was like, cool. I brought them up. I brought out the oxblood first. I was like, well, black looks good. I thought that was the black one.
Yeah.
It's kind of a darkish room that we're in, but yeah, it's super dark, and that makes me like it a lot. I think it's really cool that they went all in on giving us something dark, but it's got
a nice back to it.
I love the black, dude. I think it's super cool.
It's very classic, sinister. There is something about the black Les Paul with the binding that I just really liked.
And there really hasn't been one available in the standard line that you can get a black top with the, you know, the age white binding. That's a classic look. I think the white's gonna look super cool. Some of the other colors we got, I mean, there's a honey amber in there that I think on the flame ones, that one's cool. Of the plain tops, there is like a cherry. There's a red one. I think black, white, and red, always winners.
Yeah.
And like Chris said, some of the more progressive stuff is cool. The Blue Burst is cool. Honey Amber's cool. It's going to be a hard sell for me to get a teal Les Paul
Do you want
that has
salmon? Goldenrod?
I think that's okay.
Puce?
No, I'm okay. No puce. Mauve.
Mauve.
But I think they made them because there's people out there that would like it, and I'm not here to pass judgment and say I'm only gonna sell you the Oxblood because that's the coolest one. You can have whichever one you want. They're cool. They're fine. You can't have the fuchsia one though.
Here's my only issue with this. I said at the minute it was announced and we placed our order. This is cool, okay? Give options.
That statement is so funny. I had this big issue.
I did.
And then we placed our order.
We ordered what we ordered. Here's my hang up with it. A few years ago, again, I'm calling Gibson out. I don't understand it, okay? A few years ago, Gibson separated their line, right? And they said, this is our modern collection, and here is our original collection. And our original collection is going to be versions of classic guitars that we made, spec'd like those guitars with colors like were available back then. And then over here we have our very modern collection where we can do whatever we want.
Burst.
Yeah, you can do
the Blue Burst.
You can do metallic finishes. You can do whatever you want. You can do all sorts of switching, and you can do high gain pickups or what have you. And that's cool. I like that. I'm a proponent for that because I think companies like Gibson are often pigeonholed into they have to make what they've always made. And I don't like that. I want them to be able to make that for the people who want it and make something different for people who want something that's more modern. And it allows them to continue to change their production. What's weird to me is to say this is not this one. I think 50s and Oxblood's cool. There wasn't an Oxblood available in the 50s. And that's kind of the weird thing about it. I don't think an Inverness green Les Paul that you're calling an original 50s it's weird. I mean, I suppose, that being said, George Harrison's guitar was famously refinished. It didn't originally come in that color. So, I suppose it could happen, but that's my only hang up about it. Other than that, I do like the 50s and 60s.
I am in a group text right now with Mark Ignacy and Caesar. And I just asked, when you were talking, I texted them, I was like, hey, why are these in the original collection? You know what they told me?
Yeah, what did they tell you?
It's because they're not weight relieved.
That is true. That is true.
These suckers are heavy.
Look, do you even lift, bro?
I mean,
seriously, we
I'm
can
going
get in shape
for
right here.
Tone, not bulk.
The sustain, it doesn't really ring until it's over 9 pounds.
These are heavy. But outside of all of those things, they sound super good.
Yeah.
I had fun playing both of them. I've wanted a black Les Paul for a while. I went to Space Tone here in town when I was like 15. My mom took me.
Shout out to Jason Dawson.
Yeah, those guys are sweet. If you want to see some wild vintage stuff and just cool things, and you're in town going to Alamo Music, you got to go to Space Tone as well.
Yeah.
They had an old black Les Paul there that I was obsessed with. It was like 98 pounds, and it rocked.
Not 9.8.
Yeah,
98.
Yeah. That thing rocked. So part of me has always wanted this kind of look. I think it's classic and it's awesome. Both of these, it's the normal 50s and 60s that you have with your normal bursts that have been in the original collection for a while. So the construction, the sound, everything's the same. They're great guitars. The pickups are awesome. They sound good. So of course, we're playing them. Let's take a listen.
Now, if you couldn't tell, we switched guitars.
Yeah, you got to check the tuners.
I got the
to
black
make sure.
one now.
Yeah.
And he's got the Oxblood. Yeah, if you bought both of these guitars and you opened them, in the case, you'd go,
Yeah,
which one's
check.
which? Got to check the tuners. Let's talk about what's different. So you just heard the demo. They should sound a little different because this one has the 60s Burstbuckers and that has the Burstbucker 2s in it. Slight differences in the pickup, in the output, and all of that stuff. And then, of course, the other differences are this has a thinner neck. It's got the Grover tuners versus
Grover's
the
little
Clusen
Cluse.
style.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the differences in a nutshell. The knobs are also different. So if you couldn't see the neck, you could also tell from the silver top hat knobs that are on this one versus the gold amber ones that are over there.
Yeah.
So
I think they're cool. I think that many people, predicting that many people have a lot of opinions like we do. But I think if you were to look at the more reserved colors, I think that it's nice to have some different options other than the bursts.
Yes.
The bursts are always going to be great. Tobacco and bourbon bursts, those are always going to be there. And that was one of my biggest questions. Are these replacing the bursts? No, they're not. They're alongside them. So my guess is that the black one and the Oxblood and the white and the red and some of the other ones, they'll be cool. People will like them. They'll probably stick around. And in 10 years, we'll all be laughing about fuchsia. But that's
fuchsia
just
will
me.
become
Maybe,
a collector's item
Yeah.
because they only made 10 of
They're
them.
doing a Murphy Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
on that one. Murphy Lab Fuchsia.
it is cool to have options to be able to go like, hey, I want this guitar, but I want it in this finish, and I don't want to go custom shop. And now they've made something available. So I don't know how long they'll do this for. They're not limited edition guitars, but Gibson does tend to change their lineup every few years, so they probably won't be around for long. So if you dig something like the black one, which I think both of these are very cool, then you better get a move on. You should go to our website.
You should go to the website, and also, I will say, we got early renderings of these that looked a little different than what we're holding. That is the black one. This is the Oxblood. The Oxblood in the photos looked a little different than this. We have honey amber, and we have some other things. It's worth it to at least go look at, say, the photos that we're going to take of them or other people, because if you're seeing a stock image on the website, it's going to look a little different, I'm guessing.
Hot take on that. I think some of that comes down to photography. So before we started the video, I was taking a look at this. I was taking a photo with my iPhone, and under the studio lights, what my eye saw on the Oxblood versus what my phone saw on the Oxblood was very different. Yeah. And that's a thing, it's based upon how camera lenses will filter out certain, UV things in the light spectrum. And so
you're making that up.
No, this is science, man. This is science.
I'm not a science guy.
What I saw through my phone lens was a lighter color and a lot more flame than under these particular color of lights. Lights have color too, Cooper. Whoa. I think a lot of things are gonna. Black's got to be black, but that color in particular is going to kind of be different depending upon context. So yeah, PSA.
PSA, go look at some photos. We're going to have photos, so you might as well just take a look while you're on the website, see what you like. And the colors that you don't see, they're available to order.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can always special order anything. And you can buy these online. We do have a point about that. There is no buy button on there, because Gibson said we're so good as a dealer that if they gave us a buy button, it would be unfair.
It's like a handicap for golfers kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So the cool thing about that is our phones work, and you can walk into our store, and you can also chat with someone and buy it through chat. Those are live people. It's not AI.
But it's a good conversation starter to say, I like the thought of that honey amber, but I want to see some photos. I don't even trust your in-house photos. Send me some photos from your iPhone, and any one of us can do it. And then we're already talking. It's easy.
Help you find the guitar of your dreams. If it's fuchsia, we'll get it for you.
I'll get it.
We'll make your fuchsia dreams a reality. If you are new,
part of the Barbie craze, dude.
It is.
You're gonna have to bring it to the theater.
Did Ken play one in the movie? Did he have a fuchsia Les Paul?
I'm sure is a Jackson guy. Kramer even.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Keep it Kramer. Gibson owns Kramer. If you didn't know. If you like this kind of stuff, guitars, and witty banter, and you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, like our videos, and keep coming back for more. We will see you the next time.